This is question number 12 on the June 2013 non-calculator paper. This question says, on the grid, draw the graph, and they've given you this graph, y is equal to a half x plus 5, for the values of x from -2 to 4. So they've actually given you a fair bit of information, and I'm not going to zoom in on this because that's the whole graph, and once I actually plot the table or produce a table of results, we'll come and plot those on the graph. So just let's first of all look at the first stage of this. In this question, we need to draw a table. Okay, I'm not going to do anything particularly grand. I just need to have x and y, and they've given me the set of x values that I need to use. All right, so what I'm going to work on is, here's x, here's y, and from the equation, the equation says y is equal to a half x plus 5. So that means whatever x is, I'm going to times it by a half and then add 5. So that means times by a half, or half it, and then add 5. My x values go from -2 all the way up to 4. So -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So remember what I said. I need to half it and then add 5. Always start from the positive end and work your way downwards. You might see a pattern, and then you could predict what else the rest of them. So a half of 4 is 2. 2 add 5 is 7. A half of 3 is 1.5. 1.5 plus 5 is 6.5. A half of 2 is 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. A half of 1 is 0.5. 0.5 plus 5 is 5.5. A half of 0 is 0. Plus 5 is 5. Now you could actually see a pattern here. The next one's going to be 4.5, and then finally that is going to be 4. We could have actually spotted that pattern a lot earlier. What I am going to do now is to plot all of these points, right? So you're not going to be able to see the table at the same time, but if you have done this question, right, you should be able to follow what I've done, all right, or what I'm going to do. When you plot the points, use a cross, and I'm going to start off with at 4. Right, when x is 4, y is 7, so you go along the corridor, up the stairs, and here it is, 4, 7, and then 3 is going to be 6.5, which is there. 2 is going to be to 6, which is there. 1 is going to be 5.5, which is there. 0 goes to 5. -1, where the y value is 4.5, 4.5, and -2 goes to 4. Now you should notice that they line up in a straight line. If they don't, go back and check whichever one is out of line, or go back and check them all. Right, this type of question should be one in which you're getting near enough full marks. Draw the line all the way through. All the way through. Don't just join the first point to the last point. Just extend it beyond both. And that is your complete answer to this question. Right, there are 3 marks available for it. This is a common question, a relatively common question. Make sure you're able to do it and you're able to get full marks on it. If I zoom in completely out for you to see the whole question, right? Make sure you can follow that and get full marks in this. It's a very, very common question, and it's easy marks